Hi, and welcome back, and thanks for starting off another week with us, this time on the 11th day of May, where we're right in the middle of a changeover. A lot of heat, some humidity, a lot of fuel to the fire, along with a cold front, the likes of which a system, of course, has already spawned some tornadoes in Texas. It's left behind a great deal of destruction there. We've already had reports of wind and other damages from storms in other parts of Kentucky just today as this cold front makes it through our part of the world. And we're going to continue to be under the gun for the threat of some more showers and thunderstorms over the course of your evening. In fact, a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 o'clock tonight, so says the National Weather Service. We saw a bit of a break in the action right around the 5 o'clock hour or a little thereafter in the Sagersville area and much of the viewing area as well, but we still have some scattered showers and possible thunderstorms that we'll take a look at in just a few moments that are expected to continue to rumble throughout the evening. And this, of course, is part of a changeover, a transition to some more spring-like temperatures. Gone, for now at least, are those summer temperatures that we've been enduring. It was a warm and steamy Mother's Day weekend. A lot of pool weather, I would imagine. Not so much this week. Your forecast has temperatures back into the 70s, low to mid-70s through now, and will stay in the 70s until I do believe the end of your forecast period, or at least close to it, around the end of this coming weekend, which is almost as far away as it possibly could be. Headlines tonight include an update on your forecast and tonight's weather out there. Also, I would have thought I would have had an opportunity, as many times as I've had when I started this show, to speak with individuals who are walking or trekking across this nation of ours and coming through Sagersville. But I had that opportunity again over the course of the weekend, and I'll introduce to you a man who is walking for 60 in just a few moments. Also, some scholarships to mention: a serious motorcycle accident. An Ohio man injured seriously in McGoffin County over the course of the weekend. 2 fires in McGoffin County, one resulting in an arrest, and a lot of other headlines. And the Great Strides Walk was a 3rd annual success. It's a really nice story, one that I'll be airing a little later on in the week, possibly tomorrow, but other headlines to get to this evening. More on that in your weather in just a few moments. Also, a reminder from Licking Valley RECC that their 2015 annual meeting is this Friday at their Malone office. They're going to have free light bulbs. Those, of course, are the energy-saving kind. Free food, a whole list of entertainment that I will be telling you more about on tomorrow's program, and that's entertainment for kids and adults. Their annual meeting is going to be this Friday, once again at Malone in Morgan County. More to come on that here on Your News Today. An Ohio man was seriously injured. He and a buddy were traveling through McGoffin County over the course of the weekend. The buddy in front and traveling towards Jackson out of Sagersville on Route 30 when the second rider was unable to negotiate the same curve, possibly due to the fact that he may have been traveling at a higher rate of speed. Nevertheless, he was wearing his helmet, which undoubtedly has something great to do with this not being a much different story, although he was seriously injured and was life-flighted to a trauma center. I don't have the motorcycle, excuse me, I don't have the motorcyclist's name, but I know that he was from Tip City, Ohio, and they were just out enjoying the day on their bikes when one lost control, coming around the steep curve just past the mouth of Bear Branch off of Route 30. Most everyone familiar with how sharp that curve is. He was not, and it nearly cost him his life. Nearly cost him his leg as well. He lost control of the bike. There was an eyewitness, I'm told, to the scene. This was video brought in to the newsroom. And he lost control of the bike. He was thrown off and then thrown through the air for a great distance, 20, 25 feet, possibly more. And he, too, as did the motorcycle, collided with the guardrail. He at first was complaining of arm and shoulder injuries, but after further inspection and cutting off one of his boots, it was realized that he had an open fracture just above his ankle that, of course, would require surgery and a trauma center. Kentucky 9 from Martin County was thusly called, and a landing zone was established in the Middle Fork Volunteer Fire Department area, they too assisting with the life flight. He was taken to the Pikeville Medical Center, I'm told, for treatment of his injuries. The accident was being worked by Trooper Lackey of the Kentucky State Police. When I come back, we'll talk about 2 structure fires in McGoffin County, one that was not an outbuilding, but rather a home on fire, and another that resulted in an arrest. Some unusual circumstances surrounding that situation, which I'll have more details in just a few moments. Stay tuned. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. I'll tell you more about the lineup tomorrow night and the rest of this week for that matter. But just a reminder tonight, the 2015 annual meeting at Licking Valley RECC down at their Malone headquarters is this Friday. They'll have free energy-saving light bulbs for everyone, free food, entertainment, and I do mean entertainment for kids and adults alike. They've got a great lineup, and I'll tell you more about it, but for now, just mark it down. The Malone meeting for Licking Valley RECC and everyone in the co-op is this Friday. More on that in just a second. More headlines in a few moments as well, but one of our top headlines begins now. And that is actually two structure fires that took place in Montgomery County over the course of the weekend. Sayersville Fire Department first responded to one Friday night. The 911 call that was received indicated at first that it was an outbuilding that was on fire on Dodson Branch off of Burning Fork in Montgomery County, but Fire Chief Paul Howard told me earlier today via telephone conversation that when they arrived, it was a home that was completely engulfed in flames. And this was the scene shortly after arrival of the Sayersville Fire Department, who immediately called for mutual aid from the District 3 Volunteer Fire Department as for more water resources. Obviously not just an outbuilding, but a structure fire, a mobile home that was occupied by Dustin Reisner, we are told. Fire Chief Paul Howard told me in a telephone interview we conducted just a few moments ago, a short time ago, that after responding, they immediately started to put water on the blaze, which sits in the Dodson Branch area where Mountain Comprehensive Care Center is, more commonly known as Greenhouse Hollow. This was Friday night around 10:15. He also said that the resident, Reisner, told him that he believed that he had fallen asleep with a cigarette in his hand, and when he woke up, the fire had already begun. He ran outside, called the fire department, and they arrived moments later trying to isolate the fire to the original part of the structure where the fire had began. As you can see, a total loss. What was not destroyed by fire was destroyed by smoke and or water damage. Another fire happened Saturday night in the Coal Branch area of downtown Sayersville. Montgomery County Sheriff's Deputy Jonathan Holbrook has filed citations and then confirmed through us here at Your News today via the telephone, that he responded to a situation on Coal Branch, as did other law enforcement personnel. There was apparently a crowd at one residence, a rental property, and one of those individuals there was a James Howard, a 19-year-old from Montgomery County. The resident told authorities that he had set fire to a mattress, to some clothing, and to some other items inside the home. They called the fire department. Fire Chief Paul Howard did confirm that they did arrive. They did take the mattress and the box springs out of the residence. They put those out and then proceeded to try to remove the majority of the smoke from the structure as well. The fire was isolated to those items that I believe that were initially set on fire, allegedly by Howard. Now, he had left the scene on foot upon arrival of police. However, he was spotted and then, after an attempt to stop, fled on foot until Officer Jonathan Holbrook was able to catch up to him and subdue him and then take him into custody. He was charged with alcohol intoxication, fleeing and evading police in the second degree, as well as arson in the first degree. The deputy also says that the investigation is ongoing. Fire Chief Paul Howard says that while there was smoke damage done to the structure, that there was actually probably more damage done by the rowdy crowd that was inside the residence. I've got your calendar announcement coming up, but right now, take a look at this individual, the latest of a long-running number of individuals that I've had the opportunity to interview as they were trekking across this nation and made their way through Sayersville or the viewing area. That report's coming up in a moment. Right now, it's your Montgomery County Farm Bureau-sponsored community calendar. Remember, for all your insurance needs, call your local agent, Doug Green, at 349-2416. I've got birthday wishes kicking off the calendar this Monday for Levi Smith. A happy 4th birthday to Levi from your great Aunt Shirley and from a whole lot of family and a whole lot of friends. A happy 4th birthday today to Levi Smith. A reminder, the next community blood drive here in McGoffin County is this Wednesday, 12:30 till 5 p.m. Two donors win, I believe it is, gift cards, and everyone helps save a life. Keep that in mind. It will be at the McGoffin Medical Plaza there behind the Sagersville Subway this Wednesday. And a reminder that this Saturday is going to be the fishing tournament hosted by the Sagersville Fire Department. First place pays $1,000. Other big cash prizes, just $100 per boat to enter this Saturday at the Paintsville Lake. If you have any questions, call the fire department 349-3256. If you have any calendar announcements, birthdays, or anniversaries, call me. That's my job. And you can also, of course, mail them, phone them, fax them, email, Facebook them, or drop them off here at the studio. And remember, you can always catch programming of Your News Today on yournewstoday.com. Turning to funeral service announcements, services are to be held in honor of Lorraine Bowling Ratliff Reisner, 68 of Allen Drive, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. She passed away on May the 8th, from Friday's date. She's survived by her husband, Ernest Reisner Sr., sons Harold Rodney and Timmy Ratliff, stepsons Cash Gibson and Ernest Reisner Jr., and also her daughter, Vicki Dawson, and stepdaughters Phyllis Long, Margie Miller, and Anna Reisner. Visitation continues this evening and prior to services, once again tomorrow at 1 o'clock, all of which will be from the McGoffin County Funeral Home Chapel. And I'm told services are to be held this Thursday at 1 in honor of Wilma Jean Stevens Patrick, 82 of Sagersville, who passed away on Sunday's date. She was married to Dave Patrick, who preceded her in death. She is survived by sons Larry, Herman, Darrell, and Robert Patrick, and daughters Ruby Best, Kathy Bailey, Linda Holbrook, and Maggie McCarty. Visitation is going to be after 5 o'clock tomorrow. It will continue all day Wednesday, and then prior to services, which will start Thursday at 1 o'clock, visitation and services, all from the McGoffin County Funeral Home, with burial to follow afterwards at the Patrick Dyer Cemetery at Cow Creek here in McGoffin County.
Hey guys, Jason Weffenstedt, sales manager at the all-new Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paintsville, Kentucky. Where, as you can tell behind me, we're just weeks away from opening our brand new dealership, and we want to invite everybody down to take a test drive and be entered to win a free vacation package from Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paintsville, Kentucky.
They're only weeks away from their grand opening, but they're open for business today. So come in and get entered for a vacation package to be given away at the brand new Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paintsville. 297-5066. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. Coming up in a minute, I'll introduce to you Ben Claggett, the latest individual that I have met, and I've met a few trekking across this great nation. I'll tell you about Walk for 60 and let Ben tell you for himself just exactly what inspired him to take this journey, which brought him through Sagersville and the viewing area over the course of the weekend. Other headlines in your calendar as well. But first, a couple of scholarships that I most certainly want to pass along. Job well done. A McGoffin County High School student, as well as one from the Johnson Central High School. They have each received an I Am Unite scholarship over the course of the past several days. The press release that I received earlier today from Operation Unite actually goes back to Tuesday the 5th. Riley Crum, seen here. He's the younger fella. From Johnson Central High School, received an I Am Unite scholarship on May the 5th from Big Sandy Community and Technical College interim president Dr. Charles Crestman, U.S. 5th District Congressman Hal Rogers, and White House Office of National Drug Control Policy Director Michael Botticelli. That's some pretty big names to be standing with and receiving such a big award. I think it was a $1,500 scholarship, if I'm not mistaken. And he wasn't the only one. In fact, Kia Boland from the McGoffin County High School received an I Am Unite scholarship as well on the 5th from the same individuals, almost. Standing in this picture, Pikeville President, University of Pikeville President, that is, Paul Patton, as well as Hal Rogers and Director, Michael Botticelli. A job well done as well. 2 Unite scholarships for 2 outstanding students and their jobs well done in the classroom, and I'm sure out as well. I literally never would have thought I would have thought a lot of things when I started this show back in 1998. But one of those is I would never have thought that being here over the course of, regardless how many years it was, that I would meet so many individuals and be able to have so many stories to share with you about these folks who are trekking across this nation. And I'm going to have to sit down and try to put a number on it. I did today and came up with several, and I know that I was leaving some out, but either on horseback, a couple of stories in that manner, on bicycle, on foot. We have spoke with a great deal of individuals who, for whatever reason or inspiration they had, were trekking across this nation, raising awareness for their cause or what have you. Well, we have another individual of those sorts tonight to meet. His name is Ben Claggett. He is from Colorado Springs, and he is walking to try to get you and I walking. From out in the distance and appearing just over the horizon of Route 30, neighboring the Mountain Parkway here in Sagersville, I encountered Ben Claggett, a 28-year-old Colorado Springs, Colorado native and resident who, after graduating college, has kind of juggled back and forth between working and traveling, usually working 6 months, traveling 3 or 4, then finding more work and making a habit of that scenario. After the Super Bowl, though, he decided to expand on his road trips to every single state in the nation and a cross-country cycling trip last fall from Kansas City to South Florida, where he said he fell in love with the simplicity of traveling and the solidarity and living off of the bicycle, and decided to take to the road again, this time on foot, this time across our nation again, and encourage and inspire, he hoped, everyone along the way into walking for 60, getting up and getting active and walking 60 minutes a day. He left Virginia Beach on April the 4th, and 530 miles or so later, he came through Sagersville this past weekend.
So far it's been wonderful. I did a lot of stealth camping off the highway and in some pretty random places to start the trip in Virginia. But since I got into West Virginia and Kentucky, I've made more of an effort to get into towns at the end of the day, talk to people, and find places to stay. And that's been the most rewarding part so far, because it's the best way to meet people along the way. And that's really what the trip is about. It's meeting people and just gaining fresh perspectives on their lives and the areas that you're traveling through by talking to people. And I think that's been what's stuck out thus far the most to me. The theme for my walk is Walk for 60, and I'm trying to inspire people to incorporate 60 minutes of walking into their everyday lives and just increase activity in general. Just walking is something that's free. Anybody can do it, especially if they're a bit older and they can't run, run, lift weights, anything like that. And it's just a good way to stay healthy, get more active, and it's really good for mental psyche too. I just feel like I'm at peace with the world with all the walking that I do, because it's just very, very relaxing and calming. Even walking down highways, it's still calming.
And it's certainly a lot of highways to be walking. He hopes to be in San Francisco later on this year. And he also has similar remarks about the viewing area, as has other individuals that I've had the privilege and opportunity to interview as they were taking on similar endeavors and trekking across our country, either on foot, bicycle, or horseback.
I'm hoping to be around the San Francisco area, kind of towards the end of the trip, early to mid-November. And kind of the thought with that time frame being I want to get over the Sierra Nevada mountains before it starts getting too cold, to walk through the deserts after the summer heat's gone, and then get over the Sierra Nevadas before they start getting snow in the mountains and it starts getting too cold. And then that kind of put me into San Francisco early to mid-November. Thank you to everybody in Sayersville for welcoming me with open arms. And it's a great town, really, really friendly people, and just everybody in this entire area. I mean, from here going back to West Virginia, everybody's just been fantastic and has really made the first month and a half of my trip a great experience. And I can't wait to meet more people down the road and carry on.
And Ben will carry on with about 65 pounds of gear on his back, including about 2.5 gallons of water. If you want to find out more about Walk for 60, how you can become more active, or just follow him on his trek across this nation, you can do so by checking him out on Facebook at Walk for 60, or log on to walkfor60.com. That I've had the opportunity to do likewise stories of. We'll be following his efforts and keeping up to date. And Ben said he would also send us some pics of some interesting things that he encounters along his journey. We wished him well. With that said, tonight's forecast does have some more scattered showers and possibly some more thunderstorms embedded therein. It's all part of a cold front that's rolling through on top of a significant heat wave. We've seen heat and humidity stick around for days, but after the bumpy ride tonight, we're back in the 70s for a nice little run. That's right. After seeing 90 degrees again today, we have certainly already fallen off all of these showers out in front of a cold front that's really going to hang tough for a few days and put us back where we should be, really. So after 90 to top out today, I'm at 76 right now if you're catching the 6 o'clock program. And we'll see a low of 63. Some scattered showers and storms. I'll try to show you a radar glimpse in just a second under mostly cloudy skies. And I've just a few moments ago, just now I think, figured out the gremlin that I have or glitch in my weather and some other graphics that I've had for the past several days. Just a few moments ago. So hopefully I'll have that little twitch there gone tomorrow. Nevertheless, tomorrow you're not going to see a low of 4. My apologies. It's Monday. Cut me just a little bit of slack. We do expect to see a low tomorrow night of around 46 degrees after a daytime high of a much more comfortable 75. Mostly sunny. Now on your Tuesday, we do have about a 20% chance of some isolated showers. That's in the morning, and some lingering effects from those showers that we'll have seen and we'll see tonight. I think they'll be gone by 10 or 11 at the latest. Wednesday, mostly sunny and even cooler. Cold front really sets in. 70 degrees, 48 for the low. Mostly sunny, partly cloudy and late. Nice, dry, calm, and definitely cooler. Thursday, still mild, 73, 57, mostly sunny. We do see the next chance of showers and thunderstorms roll in Thursday night, and I think it's going to be late, to the tune of about 30%. Friday, more so. We'll still see temperatures in the low to close to mid-40s, and we will see a better chance of some showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms Friday. And into your weekend, clouds will be tough and hang tough Friday. Temperatures once again standing pat in the mid-40 range, low 60s, upper 50s for nighttime lows. That threat of showers and definitely the clouds as well will stick around into your weekend. Right now we're talking about 77, mostly cloudy on your Saturday and a 50% chance of showers and storms. And your Sunday looks mostly cloudy, albeit around 81 degrees. Monday of next week, I think we'll stick right at 80 degrees, but still with clouds and showers in the forecast. So more clouds and more showers than sun, I'm thinking, for quite a bit of it. We have coverage of the great strides walk in Magafa County over the course of the weekend. A lot of local governmental meetings will be happening in the viewing area over the course of the next several days, and a lot of other exclusive reports that I guarantee you'll only see if you tune in next time. For now, thank you for being a part of the program, and have a good night.